Good morning. I'm Epstein with your morning flash update, and this update is for the morning of Monday, the 3rd of March, 2025. We're about 8:20 a.m. Central Time. Let's go to what we have today. We're going to get at 8:45 the S&P Global Group final February manufacturing sector PMI. We're going to get the ISM going to release at 9 o'clock their February manufacturing sector index. We get construction spending for the month of January coming out at 9. Now, on schedule are tariffs for tomorrow. I, for one, don't think they're going to be at 25% level on everything against Canada and Mexico. I have my own doubts about this. I think that especially Mexico has done enough on its border. We're seeing the president say the lowest numbers of illegal immigrants coming through in years, 10,000 soldiers, cartel members turned over. So I'm not saying there won't be tariffs, but it may start off at a much lower level than we've been seeing. That you keep the pressure on and you get more done. We'll see. I do think there'll be a 10% on China, though, which doubles their tariffs. I don't know about Canada. Canada's been a wild card with the president. The president tomorrow night addresses a joint session of Congress. It'll be televised. We'll all want to see it at 8 o'clock. It's similar to a State of the Union, but this is going to be interesting. On Wednesday, we get China's parliamentary conclave meeting. So remember what I've been telling you. Now we're going to hear what they have to do. I am expecting that they've got to turn inward. They have to support their market in terms of real estate. They've got to get the consumer to spend more, and the way to do it, they're going to take on more debt. I think you will see as a percentage of GDP, you will go up by probably a third. It wouldn't surprise me. Europe sets up a coalition of the willing, which is another way of saying an emergency meeting took place. The members of Europe are now preparing a plan for President Trump. Zelensky has said that he'd be willing to come for a serious meeting with the president. This is political cover for, if I come there, we're going to do something. He has said he will sign the mineral agreement deal. We'll see if this can all be put back together. At the end, it has to be. There's no other way around it. So it's just a question of what you extract in between. But the president, our president, won in the sense that one of his campaign promises was he was going to get more money spent by Europe for their own defense. They're going with it. That's what the coalition of the willing is all about. You will see boots on the ground if a peace deal can be reached, not American, but European, on the border, doing something there, and a lot of money spent on defense. So you're seeing the stocks in Europe take off this morning. In America, our stocks are up. The gold market is up sharply. The silver market is up sharply. Copper's taken off in a big way, all due to what I've just told you about. Obviously, copper is looking at the conclave taking place in there. Will that spur on demand? What are they going to do? We know that the doubling of tariffs on China is going to happen. Will the government absorb it, if you will, so that prices stay about where they're at and they can sell to the Americans? We will find out. Don't have all the facts. Dollar getting smashed today. There's no other word. It's down 88 points. You're up 113 in the euro. The Swissie's up 56. I mean, if you think this is easy to call, you're doing better than probably 90% of the people out there. It's just all over the board. I haven't had my traders in this market recently, and that's probably a good thing, not a bad thing. In the bonds and notes, it's time to switch gears over to the June. So be sure you do that. You've now got to be looking at the May crude. You're seeing those markets up. I want you to look at the break in the natural gas. I have been telling you I thought this market would retreat to the 18-day average of closes. Open your charts up in the April nat gas. See where the market went to and how it's held that area. But it fell right to that number. Now, China is threatening U.S. agriculture. They're saying one of the easiest targets is that. So we will see what that means. Corn is down on the news. Beans are down a little bit on the news as well. So that's where I'd be turning my attention. But we are going to be very busy at Linn writing about all this, giving trading strategies, option strategies for futures markets. I will be covering in great detail what I think you do in the stock market. Are there new positions to be put on? How do you get all this information if you haven't seen it? You go to iraepstein.com, free offers. It's that simple. Just go to iraepstein.com. You'll see the free offers on the top left, or you can click the icon you see up here. If you have questions, you can always call my staff. Here's our number. I'm Ira. You have yourself a great trading day. I'll catch up with you at the end of the day in our market wrap-ups.